Just, of course, I'm gonna...
Yep.
Someone's typing. You taint me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm here.
Yeah, right.
Alright, super.
Let me
I
get
think that's
that.
this is.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well,
Oh dear.
well,
No.
alright, let's begin. Turnabout beginnings.
Oh yay!
Alright.
With foreshadowing at the start.
Okay.
Bang. Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Anyway.
Back to the future.
I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Fugitive data, picture. One, name Terry Falls. Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. Fugitive movements. Sure. After escaping Falls, met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, who captured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Six years earlier.
If it wasn't a giveaway, like, we've met someone named Hawthorne before. I wonder who.
And they weren't the most pleasant of people.
No, they were not.
February 16th, 924, District Court.
I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I should never accepted this case.
Super.
Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing, I swear! I didn't kill nobody!
Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Take small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry.
I didn't do nothing, I didn't kill nobody! I never lie! I didn't escape from nowhere!
But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Ugh. Sorry, I told a little lie.
Oh boy.
He's got barbed wire scars on his face.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Very hunter.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. But I was tricked, I tell you! That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
A few days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policeman was murdered before the police could recapture him.
Hang on a second.
Well, the police believe
go
that
ahead, Beth.
Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did be with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Rowley?
Ha!
No,
Or actually, no, Rally. Hey,
You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kitten was doing, all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with.
oh, he's got the same mannerisms as Godot.
Yeah, where is
Right
Crossword?
down to a palette swap of what Bodot usually wears.
Yep.
That old man is probably still in bed.
His hemorrhoids, after all.
I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep.
The drunken stupor.
Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando.
I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finance attorney of the Grossberg Law offices, is here for me?
No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client.
Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Relax. I just heard some good news. Prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Really?
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since his beginning his lawyer.
Nice going, Ralph.
Law career.
Hey, we all have tongue ties.
Genius?
Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time.
You got it, Armando.
I wonder if this drinks coffee too.
A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth.
All right. February 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Rubble.
Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Foles, eh?
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Well, I understand the lawyers on both sides are newcomers, eh?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Oh, so you were the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor.
I guess her little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Oh, there's your answer, Dasher.
Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running the trail. Well, I'm not too sure about how I feel about that. The defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. Oh, sorry about that. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So we heard that Tavares Miss Walls was responsible for her death?
You got it, kitten.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement here. Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime here. I remember it well.
I feel like
and so the trial was long and protracted.
Is it me or does Edgeworth looks different? Like,
well, younger, but then remember this one he was still under the tutelage of Von Karma, so he's just like his mentor.
Although I do have to admit,
yeah, it looks like a complete style change.
Both sides.
Yeah, correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was Von Karma's signature. A certain witness's testimony.
A witness's testimony?
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
Uh-oh. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current.
Yeah, this right here reminds me of like Tetsuya Nomura's design right there.
Yes, it does. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That police woman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly, the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Oh, very sorry. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, take revenge against the woman who convicted him, Oh, the truth is beginning to become clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty there, eh?
Well, wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor.
Watch yourself, Miss Fate. I'm not sure I can care for your word choice or your tone of voice either, me. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why you're even younger than me, you hypocrite.
Shut up, old woman. Neil and Mr. Edward, please call your first witness.
Shut up, you hag.
Who was
I'm
in
not that
charge
old.
of the initial investigation of this case. Watch as I crop up.
Oh, God. Nope. Hold on.
Just state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anymore. I didn't want to ask you about that.
Hey, ma'am. You got any idea how much work it takes?
Yes.
The left side?
What is it?
Hey, you're really gorgeous. Hey,
Excuse me?
You mind giving me some tips later? No, seriously, my heart. It's aching for you.
Achy breaky heart. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will.
Oh, okay. I got it. Finally, after earning $1 more than previous.
Detective, tell us about the incident.
Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss.
That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more about details about the incident itself, eh?
Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Please take note of this because it will be on the test. This is a sketch of the Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. You can tell it's old because it doesn't really have 20/20 hindsight for bridge making. Anyway, and the river that runs under here is the Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met here on top of the bridge, or at least the part of the bridge that can still be accessed. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. We're fairly certain he rented it. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
I see. Man, that river looks about as dangerous as something up in Saskatoon or, even Saskatchewan.
Not Albuquerque?
No, I'm only in Canada. I only know the provinces up there. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge?
The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. It absorbed most of the blood. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Are we sure, now, Detective, are we sure that we got the Canadian Mounties involved and that there was not a moose murder?
Well, sadly, there was no mooses involved, so we didn't think it was necessary. Hey, actually, wait a minute. I wasn't even part of this case until a while ago. Why are you conjecturing on me?
I warned you that I absolutely despise conjecture.
Get on with it.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met Yuri. Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
But, sir, I wasn't given the script.
Mr. Edgeworth, well, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some sore loser and some hosiery. Detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Yes, he's a teacher.
Tea.
Exactly.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet with them. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into a truck. Hold on. Okay, I had to take a moment. Into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint, and we set up at the base of the mountain. Oh, sorry, the mountain.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, right up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just a cold in here.
The courtroom could be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner here.
Yeah, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night watching.
And she draws a blank.
And here's the blank right here.
Okay, so it's only...
Yeah, all you got is the picture and the autopsy report so far.
Now we press for any more additional evidence.
Yeah.
This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called the Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. My...
The defendant called her?
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. He left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
Here, note?
Have this copy. Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk, not on her desk.
Victim Snow added to the court record. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Well, according to this note, it seems that the one who called her in the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Yeah. Whose party was it to keep that note for me?
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's not the Terry's fault. He's the one who said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I can hear your thoughts. That was very rude of you. I'm hurt. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? That cute face. I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
We call that a baby face, ma'am.
Got it.
Bridge up in the mountains. But why meet here?
Because it is a very important place to the defendant. I don't know why I said that in red, though.
What do you mean by that, eh? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. God, I want to say Fox really hard.
Scene of the crime. How nostalgic.
Well, if you kind of break down his name, Terry Falls, Teary Falls, Tear Falls.
Yeah. Or there he falls, if you want to go another route.
Oh, Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Was the body of the victim discovered right away?
Yeah. We were really on the ball. Unlike how we're going to be later in... Oh, I just made myself sad. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move, we got you surrounded.
Wait a second. Is there something weird about that?
Line.
This location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Sergeant Hunter must be mentioned the phone call to someone else, right?
Huh. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed.
She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. Okay, this time it was on her desk. If only I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. I must improve this on my next try.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
Body in his car trunk.
Mr. Balls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
GTA, eh? Core thieves. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about core thieves, eh?
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk.
Nope.
Naturally, that's the body of Valley Hawthorne in there.
Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable, eh?
Actually, it's surprisingly comfortable.
Photo of the car trunk.
The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm.
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
There was no tire iron. Oh, here in the photo. Oh no, wait. But I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway, Falls was arrested. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna press that.
What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
What he always says, ma'am.
I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing.
That's all he says.
Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At very least, we knew he stole Corey.
It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says...
Sorry, I told a little lie.
Or something along those lines.
Well, in any case, seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely.
Okay.
Well, so he says that I don't see anything strange, do you? Nope, not that one. I don't know what you mean by this statement, Larry.
I think it might be the blood.
Yeah, like there's no blood. I mean, like again, if it's
so
knife, there'd be some.
I think
she got stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
A little bit of receipt of blood, though.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's some blood.
Oh no, that's not it.
No?
Okay, so we need to press on one more thing, I think.
We have to, because I guess we don't have that info yet. That one.
That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony.
A trap?
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not!
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
They were
I
famous
need to switch
contradictions.
to military time after this.
I'm sure I could find some of these.
Alright, so we gotta find something that can contradict Gumshoe's testimony. Alright, the car stuffed in her body. I don't think the stuff in her body tried to make a getaway. Here's a photo. I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway. Arrested, we set up the mountain. That seems about right. That's... criminal stuffed her body.
Let's look at the crime. Let's look at the statement where he says
she was brutally murdered.
That doesn't feel like she was brutally murdered.
I was gonna say, like...
Yeah, it if anything, it kind of seems like, kind of seems...
What about the apartment? Let's look through the evidence on...
Okay. Dusky bridge map.
We'll need that later.
Yeah.
There's autopsy report. Can we look through that? Or just no?
No.
But there's
confidential. Falls 4:30 at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out.
Oh, white scarf.
Yeah, there you go.
So we present that to
the picture right there. No white
there's
scarf.
no scarf. Okay, there we go.
I was gonna say, like...
Yes.
What is it? You have something to say to Mrs. Fee?
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I ever actually do address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court there.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I got pretty hard from that.
I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Yeah, come on, Mia.
Oh,
Shake it off, you're a warrior. Detective!
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note? Ah, yes, the note.
It clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request.
I
have one very small, simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't see me finding it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
Ain't wrong there.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that, eh? Well, Mr. Usher, what do you have to say about all this? I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance?
Where did you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
First chance I get, I'm going with somebody who's in danger.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the color requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mood. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Peter Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Scarf worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. Added to the court record. Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye?
Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around my snobby little neck?
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business...
We aren't.
The prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh?
Events on Dusky Bridge.
Actually, there's an eyewitness, see, who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going... Actually, no, now to take a good look at this, you can actually see pretty clearly. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been there when the scarf fell off.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that the bridge is very high up, eh? It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party. A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they say they didn't. They absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor.
I wouldn't say she was delicate.
As long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about that, eh? Witness photo added to the court record seems to have been taken by the witness. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now, eh?
Oh.
Sir,
Yes,
you're tuning into the Spanish channel.
He's clearly guilty again.
Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet.
Hmm?
What do you mean,
Hot mic.
Yeah, watch out, Dasher.
Who is this
Don't
eyewitness?
say anything.
No, but we can hear you
college
ruffling
student.
and all that.
A female college student.
That's right. Meaning she's female and in college, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I had the right to cross-examine her.
Objection. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all.
What is that supposed to mean?
The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? Yes.
Yes, we get the point, Gumshoe.
It means she's female and in college, sir. Have I not explained this before?
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why.
Yeah.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question.
The victim was wearing a scarf in the photo, alright? So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wild flora, apparently.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Ooh. Now that you mentioned it, this photo is... This cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it, eh? I'm scared.
No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. We don't have the camera from Fatal Frame.
Seriously, huh?
Camera obscura, that's it. That's right. There was a light rain coming down, almost a drizzle, a heavy drizzle. And the whole place was dreary. But it was not nighttime, so we can't really use that bit. But not as dreary as this court's room mood right now. Looks like a cold front has moved in, but it changed the tale.
In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog.
I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. I remember where I left my keys.
All right, show the victim.
That part of the witness testimony as well? Line.
Oopsie.
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back, and she fell down, right on her stomach.
Well, I remember that happening once myself. He was really brutal.
Not brutal.
Brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way that he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
You get it? Brutal.
Yeah. Save your nasty look for the right person.
I'll tell you what that's all about.
Poor baby. Court record seems to have let itself.
Hey, what will you spill your coffee? Court record, huh?
I mean, look at the court record.
Okay.
Also,
It's like
brutal.
Yeah, like brutal. Yeah, boot.
Brutal, no, brutal.
Brutal, but he said brutal. Because again, they're going like, oh, he's Canadian.
Most Canadians don't speak like that.
Okay.
Again, they're pretty much going by red-green logic.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little
Just a
bit.
wee little bit.
I'll tell you that Terry Falls guy is a very brutal guy, when that's me.
Ah, but how could he have shoved her from behind if she was facing right at him?
Yeah, because
That's a good point.
no, Armando was like saying, "Yo, check the court record," but we're trying to figure out why. Anyway, the criminal shoved that. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Okay, let's press that.
So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh?
That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am.
The area was wet for rain, and the bridge was probably wet too, which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me.
Oh, right. Why is the body still relatively dry?
I had no idea there was a photo.
So what do I do?
You really still believe in Mr. Crybaby? I mean...
Of course I do!
Said the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance.
Thank you, Mr. Tutorial. So we have to figure out where exactly the contradiction once again lies. Scar fell off, shoved the victim down from behind, stabbed her in the back.
Trying to think here.
Like, what we know for now is that in the photo we just see them facing each other. So
Try the
not a
scarf.
chance.
I already did.
Go back to the witness. Go back to the witness photo. Let's look at that again just for a second.
Like they're both facing each other.
Yeah, because if she's facing, like, well, see, we don't know what, like, we're supposed to go by, he's coming from the car, but then on the other side the bridge is broken, so do they just cordially walk out together and then she just face that way, or what?
I mean, wouldn't it be the weirdest way we had to do a setup?
Yeah. Found on Dusky Bridge, Star fell off. Oh, honestly, I don't think it's the map. Because there's got to be some, because the map's showing that the bridge is broken.
Well, again, like, the only other thing I can maybe wonder is, like, why is the body surprisingly dry even though it had been raining for a while?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
About
like
the
the only
bridge,
thing at the moment.
I would expect that she went out there and was waiting for him
Oh, she came first.
on the bridge. Yeah.
Even then, she would be drained. She would have a lot. She would be wet.
It's a little hard to see what's going on. Everything okay? Because I'm hearing a lot of clippity-clacky.
Yeah, knock something off the desk.
Oh, oops.
Nice going, Riley.
You shush. Hey.
Hold on just a moment, just in case, Fast. Let me get
Do
a
some
guide
saving.
just to help you. No. Well, just so that because then we gotta have to do it for everything. Okay, so.
This is actually a really hard one.
Okay, so
Just a bit, yeah.
we are back at Dusky Bridge, right? Okay, so yeah, just give me a second. Sorry, Vass. No. Okay, so we're at he's Gumshoe said about the what? Okay.
Bless you.
No, okay, hold on. Yeah, you gotta give me a chance, guys. All right. Day incident, unknown person, Dusky Bridge, eyewitness. Okay, so he presents a photo about the third party, right? And you know that clearly on the bridge with the victim. Witness photo will be added. That fourth statement. Remember that Diego said something about the court record. So we need to show the crime photo to Gumshoe. Remember on that the fourth statement?
Yeah.
The crime photo. No, the crime photo.
The crime photo. The trunk.
Yes.
No, wait. Yeah, the trunk. No. Okay. We were semi on the right track. We just were on the wrong piece of evidence.
Yeah, well, just because Armando's just basically look at the court. Like when he gave the clue away, but then we just had to look through it ourselves.
So at the time of the crime, there was light drizzle coming down, right? Correct?
Yeah, and fog too. So generally a soggy atmosphere. Bad time to open some pop rocks.
Well, I have evidence that to go with the soggy atmosphere.
But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunkie.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this? Sorry, Discord froze.
Damn.
What?
Discord
It froze.
Oh god.
No.
Just wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Or
Actually, hold on.
Twitch is still on, so we can still rely on this one.
Yeah, hold on, let me try again. I don't know why it froze fastest. Yeah, because it's not connecting to VAS. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
It says right now, stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. Network.
Now it's just like endless buffering on my screen. Hold on.
Shit. Yeah, me too.
I'll be right back.
Excellent picture.
You know what?
There we go.
No, it's working again for me.
Okay.
Same as well.
What the hell
fixed
happened?
Okay.
Must have broke.
All right.
We
So
will
what
talk it up
was
in
wrong
Discord, man.
about this Eddie that doesn't look right?
I can't tell.
It's the scarf. Look, notice the neck area. She has no scarf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know that already, but
No. What's I think it's like the coat itself. Like, shouldn't the coat still be kind of damp from the
yeah,
fog?
it should be wet. Yeah.
Another thing is, how the fuck does she is placed like this if the knife is literally stuck in her heart?
So do it.
No, it's in the back.
I know. So how the fuck can she even be placed like this? Because the knife would have moved her away.
So
would have pierced her.
Side.
So
Unless they took out the knife and threw it somewhere.
come on, where should I point this?
Well,
I just point it right where you're at, right there, the coat.
Yeah, right at the bosom.
Naturally, the answer is right here.
oh, the victim's coat. Oh, as far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it.
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzly and foggy. The dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the brother coat should have covered in mud.
That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I could go to that hockey game, eh? I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy. Well, fortunately, I have yet to test that there. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge? The surface of the bridge.
Yeah, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman.
Ooh.
Of course I can. Here's that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy.
Scarf.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Scarf
thing he
itself.
brought in.
Yeah.
The evidence is the scarf.
Ah!
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
No, I can't be outwitted by this Novus bimbo.
Hey, straight to you, buddy.
Can we interject?
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me, eh? I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
You're doing pretty well for a little kitten.
Mr. Almato.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim was discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? False evidence? It's one of those three.
What did you say just now? I'm not sure I like that, eh?
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was a copy aficionado over there that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Yeah, blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. But we won't let him. We'll expose the evidence as flimsy scam it really is.
Yes. The false evidence case is the
Witness's testimony, because
Yeah.
It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out the crucial fact. The criminal shot the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that detective exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was truly deceased witness in this case, I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense forgot to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, game?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Brutally? Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time, eh?
What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Excuse me, it's brutal? 8?
And now
let's
to
proceed
wait.
with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead, eh? Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
Yep,
Her?
Yep.
yep.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Ooh. Hey, when I take a look at you, how can I put it, you look as scrumptious as a double dozen and a dozen donut holes at Tim Hortons. Oh, I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite.
Bro,
Hey,
keep
not so
moving.
fast!
As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed, eh? Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man, eh?
If he's such a gentleman, he doesn't act like... He sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir
Wait.
Gon?
Oh.
Sir?
Yes, my dear?
It's my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
No, it's no trouble there, eh? Let me get you down to Tim Hortons.
Now that... May we please have your name and occupation?
My name is, Melissa Foster. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
Not Dolly Hawthorne, eh? You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo. Is that accurate?
How can you be so mean?
Now you see here, eh? What are you doing shoving that in your face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you, eh?
Well, fuck you, that. Fuck you then. I don't like this. Like to turn this second.
Wait.
Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are.
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
The witness's photograph.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of the wildflowers. Then, I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, were you guys standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
Oh, I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by the tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera and I was using it at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner, eh? Melissa Foster took this witness photo with this small but powerful model. Camera added to the court record. Must be a Canon. Well, alright then, Miss Fee, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. I will penalize every single time.
As if you would.
Yes, I would, eh?
Already, we got.
Are you sure about that?
May I?
Are you sure about that?
I'm going
Oh, yes, I am, John Cena.
There's a contradiction with the bridge.
I think was that was a force. Was that a force statement?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's took the when I hurried this one. Yeah, when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
Okay.
I would say just...
Oh no, it's the witness's photo.
Yeah, just present the witness's
The photo.
photos.
Yeah, the photograph. Yep.
Because it doesn't show the moment of the
Yeah, it doesn't show the moment. It just shows them standing there. Like, what was the crucial moment? Yeah, that one.
silently.
Yeah, it's like.
Witness.
You didn't.
When he said you took a photo at the crucial moment, is that what you meant? All you can see in his photos are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why would you present that photo like that?
Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Oh! Where's my Kodak moment, eh? Or, my apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit, eh?
He can certainly downplay such situation, can't he?
Sorry, I'm a very, very bad girl. I used it all up the film, I mean.
You ran out of film.
This photo was the last one.
What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
The fairies did.
Camera has a timer feature built into it.
And a tripod.
So you took photos of yourself?
Well, I remember taking some photos of myself once too, eh?
Please, no details.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all, eh?
Well, wait, just a minute.
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination, eh? Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
Just wait until you see his
The
brother.
other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah, it's sickening.
Yeah, I swear Armando's just sitting back there eating his popcorn.
And also drinking his
drinking
coffee.
his coffee.
Yep.
Popcorn sounds good right about now.
It does. It does.
Same.
I haven't had good popcorn in forever.
It's not that hard to make, but at the same time, it's a bitch trying to find the right kernels.
Alright, make sure Circon you present the things that needed.
The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back.
Well, so the thing that there is, now we have that, remember the map? 10 yards, but remember it was 5 yards she was at. So the map is the one that makes sense here. Yeah.
Witness! Your testimony is a joke!
Oh, really, Discord?
I warned you not to make the witness cry!
Shut the fuck up!
Fucking A.
One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse!
You say there were 2 contradictions, eh? Oh boy, you ain't seen that in there.
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area.
Oh yeah, the map.
5 yards.
According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well, then...
Oh yeah.
She would hit a dead end there, eh? Ooh.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't run even 5. Because nothing red is collapsed on that side.
Oh my god, Terry, what's going on there? Oh, you hoser. What does this all mean, eh?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah, don't mind Super, we're just getting into their characters. This is beautiful, eh? A young lady has been lying to the court. Ooh, oh, the tabloids will think about that. Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean there? There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say?
What are you referring to, eh? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying there, eh? I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous!
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. You can't. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Hey.
This guy is good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was inches. Yes, inches.
And there's the rally stroke as usual.
That diagram of the bridge
Very,
was
very
his
quiet.
insurance policy.
What? That coward!
I ain't no coward. Well, Miss Faye, it seems you once again made a reckless accusation. Circle.
Oh, derp, hold on.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault, eh? Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed, eh? All right, young lady. Yeah, I ask you to please proceed with your testimony. Sir.
It's hard to go on.
We're on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yeah.
Okay, something's wrong with my microphone.
Yes, sir.
Running from the crime.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could have made sure the body was stayed hidden. He could just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficulty. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Chocolate.
Huh. That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Fay, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Bia. Go on to the attack.
All right, well, we know what she's like. So remember, so we go first statement go by. Yeah, don't. There's no reason that we need to press because we actually do have our evidence. All right, so next statement. Next statement. All right, next one. This one. No, go back to the third. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure. Oh, how does he know that? Because remember, we got to look at the map. How's he gonna? Where would he be able to do it if she never see his car? That picture doesn't show his car, so the map. Yeah.
The map.
Yeah.
A killer not wanting the victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the car for that body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map and up the arrow, you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edger pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim bodies was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Yeah, we'll go to the trouble of dragging it back to the car. Order! Well, I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Fay. Well, I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river, eh?
Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Fay would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Fay, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
What is the witness claiming to have seen is totally ridiculous?
Objection. Surely you can't deny the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us, eh?
Yeah.
Dasher. Sorry.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
All right, I'll do my best.
She's so mean.
Oh, boss music.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, again, it's the killer. So, remember that thing's... The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car. Yeah, again, map. How does she know? God damn, it's a map. Yeah. The map is your downfall.
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
I'm sorry, done what?
Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Fee?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your own very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram.
There's forest around there, if she wouldn't see it.
The place you're going to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car,
can't see it.
The outcropping in the rock is directed in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From what you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Objection. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
It's not all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash.
Come again?
I believe that it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that's being referred to is likely more like a cliff.
Oh,
Your view should have been completely cut up by this cliff. But you say you could claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
order in the court, eh? What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
She was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh. Sircon?
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Objection. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes indeed. Quite true, eh? You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. Yep. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here.
What? That's not fair!
Riley.
Save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando?
Don't look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair!
Okay, kitten. You need to relax. Then, you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, we're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Yep. Well, witness?
Okay.
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo again, eh?
There it is, the top.
It's true, eh? These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole.
Not just scratch marks, but also a drill mark, too.
It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. But she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
Oh, it doesn't work.
Say it doesn't work?
Well, no, she say, I'll buy it, it doesn't work. What she just said, is there a contradiction somewhere? It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It does not work.
It doesn't work at all.
Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
I'm sorry, what?
You said you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches?
Oh.
I finally got her.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason why the witness had seen the scratches was...
She happened to be passing by, she put the corpse in herself. She put the corpse in herself.
There's only one way that witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself, the person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it?
Circle?
Ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that did it.
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he sold the car.
And he would have the keys.
He stole from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have been still in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
No, you don't.
Thank you for telling me about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it could have been Miss Falls that put the body in the trunk.
Oh, objection. Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
The photo, yeah.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for many who have not been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
Present the photo.
The camera with the timer function.
Yeah,
the camera. The pink camera.
Yeah, timer function. Yeah, timer.
Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if you have brought the camera to just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer. Then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, it also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question, E. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
Okay, where should I...
Well...
definitely not there.
She was in the car, yeah.
She had to be in the car.
Yeah.
That's where the witness is right here, I think.
In the spot where the defendant's car was?
Yes! She had to put the body in the trunk before the defendant returned.
You don't mind if I ask one teeny-weeny questions, do you, Miss Faye?
No, he's got that constant tone in his voice.
If she put the body in the trunk at the time, as you suggest, that must mean that Valerie Hawthorne was already dead at that point, correct? Indeed. Please take a look at that top of Dusky Bridge. It certainly looks to me like the victim is still alive. Am I mistaken? If Valerie Hawthorne was already dead, then who is this? The mountain is infamous for spirits, so maybe you think it was the ghost of the victim?
Well, it could have been a spirit, right?
Miss Faye, don't waste the court's time with this kind of foolishness, eh?
Anyway, I still maintain that the witness was in their place at the time.
Are you certain, eh?
Yes, I am certain, more or less.
Oh, come now, Miss Faye. Please answer this question.
Okay, if it's
Where
not...
was he? Yeah.
If it's not in the
what
car...
What about in the victim spot?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, she could have so easily done that, yeah.
What if
Google, can you confirm it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, remember that saying like where could have taken the photo, couldn't have been. Well, there is one point where she could be then. V, she was the one dressed up.
Yeah.
Dum dum dum.
Naturally, the witness is right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order E. Miss Faye, what on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After partying with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the victim met the victim.
Uh-oh. How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the boat was not Valley Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it?
Oh, wait.
It's your own witness.
What? E?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valley Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Circa?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls hands out believed the woman run to him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. You don't remember what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
I got all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Lazar forgot what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
Hence why it's necessary to ask for the photo, for the scarf.
Victims note, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Ross had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this bloody scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note of the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, it would have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Circa?
No.
Oh my god.
It's just fainted.
I think she slipped. Taliola.
Where's Miss Fortune? She's collecting herself in the lobby.
Is working here.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She said that the camera just had a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Well, we have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again, eh? Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both waiting their respective lobbies, eh?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. To be
continued.
Huh.
This was just insane.
I could have sworn that this case was shorter.
No, it's got one more.
No. Like, there was no, like, to be continued kind of deal.
Super.
Okay.
February 16th, 1:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4.
Mr. Falls, I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thank you for the follow video sent. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed a crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle you've got to get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah. Motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Molas Foster?
Huh? Shut up.
Video Sin says hi, Soups.
How's it going, Schnitz? He's a good friend of mine.
Woohoo!
Cool.
Hey there, Schmip. Oh, wait.
Schnitz, like schnitzel.
Okay.
Ah, schnitzel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Schnitzel.
We're still in bed. We're in need of information.
Information, right?
What we need is the info about this Melissa Foster herself. Oh shit! He's got the goods.
Okay.
What's that?
Look in the
Lower
chat.
than molasses drip from a spoon.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, schnitzel.
Well, let's continue on.
All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course.
The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago, I dream of it every day.
That city known as Silent Hill. On the way, wrong
This
script.
picture reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken, like, for that at least 5 years?
Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute.
It's true, I did. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dum dum dum.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious?
Rare.
The girl, let her go.
Shut up! Come closer and I kill her!
Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. Well. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne.
He had a knife.
At first, I thought shooting someone for kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! Don't protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too.
Make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend. My love. My teen angel.
Do you actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
Yeah,
I do
can you guess
anything
what's gonna
she
happen?
says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia said? Hold on a minute. What you're saying that kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. Valerie too.
Oh, hey, Vix. Thank you for the raid.
Ooh. Hey, Vix. Good to see you.
Hey, but
Valerie was in on it?
Hey there.
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business, we get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We said to her dad, ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer cause she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman! That woman, Valerie, she do it for real!
she shoot for real.
She shoot at me for real! Me and Dahlia! I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in river.
Soups, can I mention something real quickly?
Yeah?
Love the voice you're doing. It kind of reminds me of Psychic Pibbles' nasally voice like that type of thing. So you're doing really good.
Oh, thank you.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, did you?
Hang on. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
Listen.
I couldn't do it. I could never push her.
Oh.
Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Foss, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sword into the Roy River 43 below.
But he didn't.
These 5 years. All I wonder is, why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth. That's all.
Well, that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Diamond.
Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone with Dahlia. Gone. Forever. Into Eagle River.
Seriously, Soups, great job.
Yeah.
Disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute!
You can come back, man, now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Boss, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond's still missing? Only with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her?
Swallowed by river. God, Dahlia, my teen angel.
Your teen angel. How old was she, anyway?
Just 14.
Oh, because he was 20 and she was 14.
14! I guess you were robbing Kratos before diamonds.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man. Angels these days.
False takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel?
Do you like your life?
Oh yeah, I would like.
Who is that?
Who's that?
That was my mom. Hold on.
Well, if you guys are wondering though about because they don't really mention about Terry, the reason why the whole 20 and 14 thing is he was a school teacher, so this is where it's that whole student-teacher relationship thing. So it's Dolly was
Also
using him from the beginning.
That's probably an unintentional, like eat your burgers and Paul.
Yeah,
moment.
alongside that, you have to remember a little bit that in Japan, the age of consent is a little bit lower than in the rest of the world.
And
so
I have a feeling that when this game was made, it was during that time when it was like a lot lower.
Yeah, uncomfortably lower.
Yeah, the consent has been bumped up, but we're talking what? This is 2003,
2004.
Yeah. So,
2004.
Yeah, they hadn't done the consent laws yet. Yeah, but yeah, he was a school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is one other thing I'd like to point out, which, like, minor spoilers, but I think we all know at this point.
Yeah.
I can understand not remembering Valerie very well, but his teen angel, he doesn't remember what Dahlia looks like?
No.
Yeah, from the looks of him, he sure got a few knocks on the head, the poor
He was
guy.
in jail. Because I'm sure because Japanese prisons are very brutal, more so than American prisons. So I mean, he was probably knocked in the head many times, so he probably lost some brain cells.
In fact, they're... Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really a...
It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
Don't call that moment base Japan. Unless you want to get in jail as well.
No.
He's probably joking.
Yeah. Which Vast, don't. Okay, careful, calm down.
Don't get very mad. My friend here, he just likes to mess around a lot. Don't worry.
It's Twitch chat. You're gonna have a couple of shit posters. So go.
To be
That's
fair,
nothing. Yeah, go ahead. No worries.
Yeah.
Right,
So
go ahead, Vast.
I still can't discern what is sarcasm or not.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a trolly
especially
bastard.
like if I can't understand Dougie, then I'm really fucked in the head.
Vast. Yeah. He said it.
You really are Schnitz. He just said I'm a trolly bastard.
Yeah.
You really are.
Yeah, as I said, it's hard to understand video game Dougie sarcasm.
Yeah. It's all right, Vast. So I'm here for you, honey.
I would just like to state this right now that VaStar is a very passionate person. So please double think what you're going to put.
Or just make sure to put JK or Sark or something.
Yeah.
Or say lol.
Yeah, lol, Lamal, whatever. All right.
Yeah, that way we know you're not serious.
So Diego wants to play 5-card stud or Texas Hold'em.
Okay. All right. Did you already say one, Riley?
Yep.
You bet.
Did.
Hey, the diamond. A $2 million gem used as a ransom for Dahlia. Lost to Eagle River 5 years ago.
That looks like an infinity stone.
No, Ruby.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot.
Wait, how do you know it's a Ruby Carbuncle?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's one of my rules. Remember it.
Carbuncle.
I almost thought I almost thought DB knows about Valvis Bourdain. Well, I mean, I was retrieving the finale of Realm Reborn with Deadpool, the 2.0 storyline.
February 16th, 149. Courtroom District Court, number 4. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Fools. Witness, were you feeling better? Sir, come?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll try my best.
You are a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all.
Right.
Possible reason would agree like this to have for murdering a policewoman. It's certainly hard to imagine this woman was a murderer.
Motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Fate, you have evidence of a motive, eh?
Yes, of course. I think.
Really?
Yeah, you're still acting as tame as a kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Oh, that's where she learned it.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Sir,
Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Oh, of course, eh? Well, Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like, eh?
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
Oh, I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady, eh?
It looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click. She lights right up.
And click on the Ralio screen.
Light her up as a flamethrower.
What the witness has to say, eh? Melissa Foster's history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college. I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
What oddly specific things to say.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed, eh?
You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet. Somehow I had to tie her to this case.
Alright, Vass.
Yeah?
So, when we go through, she seems to get more kind of angry throughout the thing, right?
Right.
So, we'll read the statement. So, I was on the country, right? First one. Till enter college. Second. Certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt. Third. This one. See, holding a grudge and killing an officer who testified against you 5 years ago. What does she mean by that? Because remember, she was there 5 years ago. We have to prove that she was there. Press. No, just press. No, press.
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such a deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My God, as well, you may take that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Oh, not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
I have a mean hater streak. Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Pauls is kind of forgetful.
Press harder.
You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter meanie.
This is bad. Mr. Pauls' reputation keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's better not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Have it added to the testimony.
Your Honor, what the witness just said now was tremendously important. I'll look at that to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not what I...
Enough! Witness, if you would,
Great pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Alright, I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Oh, go back.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
So, yeah, that scarf. Get it? The scarf. To right
No,
in
I
your
don't get it.
scarf. Yeah. No! Scarf.
Oh, witness, I want you to look at the photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wears as identification.
You're talking about that scarf right there, eh?
Yeah, that's it. The scarf the policeman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you said that the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
What? Wait, eh?
This scarf you identify as belonging to the victim.
It's blue.
But it's clear it doesn't look white to me.
Oh.
Wow, that's blue scarf. Objection. Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. The witnesses confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance, eh? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but...
There's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is...
The victim's note. It has to be the victim's note.
Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence, eh? There's no reason that you would have.
I wonder about that.
The boat.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Paul's instructions to the victim regarding our meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf? Ah!
Witness, you know what this note said. And it's because you know that you slipped out and mistakenly said white scarf.
Zircon.
Well, Miss Foster?
Well, there goes the mic.
Order, E! Mr. Richards, I am waiting for an explanation there. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of the people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valley Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person? Ooh, wait.
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten?
What do you think, audience?
I think it was Colonel Mustard in the Walmart.
What the
third person who knew the contents of the note was? Dahlia Hawthorne deceased?
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yeah.
And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? Well, I've never heard that name before, eh?
Look at the notes. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. That is her name, right there.
What is this? So, who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne, eh? Oh. Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead, eh? Ooh. Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime, eh? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
Terry Bogart?
No, Terry Falls.
Come on.
You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago. When she fell off a dusty bridge that was lost in Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. Oh. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age as you are.
Uh-oh.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying...
She
is.
Oh, yeah.
She's saying it.
But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl's as bad Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What?
Nani?
Nice work. It was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire.
Then we all, it explodes and we all die. Thanks a lot. That sounds
Once
painful.
you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. If I can expose her tornado, I can turn this whole case on its head. That's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Winnies, just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue this matter, the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
Looks like the kid knew.
Of course he knew.
He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No, wait, but then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony. So, he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? I thought she died 5 years ago, eh? We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see...
Why? Why didn't she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Yeah, that does have a lot to do with
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of the victim. Now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
Dare you?
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
Oh, God. Well, I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic here. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister, eh?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he turned it around on me.
I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten.
Okay, tutorial.
The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
Huh?
That wasn't me. It was this guy. This crazy copycatting.
What? Why are you paying up the tutorial guy?
Think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
What makes you think they're empty, my boy?
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
Yes.
Yeah, you think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that is up to you.
Win, lose, draw.
Me?
Oh, the rashness of youth. How charming.
This is coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Dahlia Hawthorne?
The diamond.
Infinity Stone.
What is this? Is this the fence idea of a joke? So I certainly don't get the punchline, eh? Well, Miss Faye, you know red-green.
Oh, that was the rashes of you.
The rashes of you, and What is your point in furthering such a stereotype?
Oh.
Should not have said that.
That
Okay.
witness stayed hidden for 5 years, kitten.
Okay.
There must be a
Rewind.
good reason for that.
Okay, well...
Let's save first.
I already fucked up.
The note.
Is that the diamond?
Note. No, the victim's note.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the document, it was the note. Yeah, the note.
Okay. No.
Because remember, it's on there.
The story starts after Terry Falls explained. He called Valerie and told her he wants to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the world the whole truth.
The whole truthy?
There was a dangerous Italy important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. At the reason, Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently.
What the hell? Objection. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What's the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh, yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the day would like to request further testimony.
Okay, further testimony indeed. What is testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between Hawthorne's sisters.
Very willy. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you lighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Should be on the old drum one more time, eh, Dahlia? But this will be the last time you hide between your womanly wiles.
Alright.
I hate her.
5 years ago.
I hate her so much.
I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it into the bridge.
Although it looks more like a ruby.
After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm.
Ooh.
My one weakness.
That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Sir Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. You've still got that info. That ease up our sleep.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was...
Yeah. Val betrayed them.
Right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
Super.
What do you think she says? What do you think Dahlia says?
What you're saying is that kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
Alright, so yes, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, because again, like, she's got the judge on her side, so, alright. So we know the first one is correct. Second one correct. Third one correct. This one. How would she be able to do that? Again, we've got the evidence of the map. Again, this freaking map has been our best evidence so far.
Thank you.
It's always
I made it myself.
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
Circle.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
You would have gone forward.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said, that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible.
Impossible?
I instantly recalled the condition of Dusty Breads, now and 5 years ago. The bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you claimed,
fall that way.
Instead of being carried away by the river,
oh, you'd be dead. Hit the rock.
Dead.
Yep.
You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Almost certain death. Do you understand now, Dolly Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind it is impossible.
Objection. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
But it was 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level would have made a difference.
You're worried if the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, eh? Then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this, eh? Circle?
You see, I...
Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
Well, what do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Fowles panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Well, if that's true, she would have fallen into the river, eh?
It's still a 40-foot drop.
Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's sideways.
You can't be serious!
Oh my god.
There we are, Saw.
Wow.
We must stop Dr. Wiley.
Order! Order in the court, eh? It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not now, Mia. There's no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning wants something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
It would have been my accident.
However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it?
Because your fault luggage contradicts the court record.
Oh boy. Let's see. Take him on this bridge unchanged for 5 years. Hold
I
on.
think it's a witness photo.
I believe. Let's see.
Can you check it?
Witness photo. Yeah, it is. No, it's definitely because that hasn't changed in 5 years. Yeah. How would she be pushed off the side? Would you be smushed through? Or
Your Honor,
kicked out?
all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wire supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend about 5 feet off the ground. It would be possible to push someone off from there.
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. You know, he just warrior pressed her over.
So young and already so forgetful. Mr. Walls had been shot in the right arm.
Ah.
And more importantly, Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at a point-blank range.
Ugh.
So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge. That is clearly impossible.
Oh.
That would have absolutely got him killed.
What's the meaning about this?
Dolly Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this? Where's that tiger come from? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. Sora?
Yeah.
Oh, Derp, I fogged out right there.
My sister was there to
No
help
worries.
me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping in a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. That fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of evil river.
Now the diamond.
Yay.
Yeah, we were a little bit too early.
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
No, it can't be.
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Pauls to help her fake the kidnapping.
Bang. Right in his arm.
At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Uh-oh. What?
He's not looking too happy.
Simply ridiculous. Oh, you're gonna be demon. Yeah, demon Dahlia. Worry. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Emphasis on
yes.
Yes.
This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure it will weigh heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that, eh?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia, and she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do, eh? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatch your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of you accomplices to the kidnapping will talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Oof. Oh, here we go, Circle. Who is that laughing at a time like this, eh?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you, eh?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
The diamond.
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. At 14, I plotted with Mr. Falls as my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that...
Well, Miss Fee?
I don't know.
What a joke. You, Miss Fey? Are you stupid or something?
She's getting spicy.
How can I prove a fake history that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have to decide to prove of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. Sorry, to be honest, this witness behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am first to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Yeah. Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? The girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Who decided that?
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out how you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fox's stolen car and then went to meet with them. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That is what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Ah, Soups, here's your point.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to the Demon Woman's crimes?
Terry Falls.
Are you sure it
Your
wasn't
Honor,
me?
the defense would just call a new witness.
A new witness, eh?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only the person who knows what Dolly's role in kidnapping was. Only one person that can see whether the person in this photo was Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Oh. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? Prosecution has no objection. Very well, eh? Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand, eh?
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way! Dahlia died 5 years ago! Valerie betrayed me!
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia's very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true.
Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want to answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet, eh? Well, was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne, eh?
Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never, ever betray each other.
Dahlia.
Dahlia! It's true! You are alive!
You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Be very careful.
Dahlia.
No, I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only, eh? Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness!
Yeah!
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Water, please, water! Can't talk. Need water.
Yeah. Oh, well. I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Ooh, Terry Falls saw. Alright.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car! Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie. Not my Dahlia!
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Will then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
This is how you wanted to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
You think?
I think.
This is easy.
Yep, not that one. Nope. Nope. No, go back to the fourth statement.
What's it?
Yeah. Remember, so go back, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Remember the photo?
Yeah, the crime scene photo. The witness's photo. No, dirt. That was my fault. I fucked up.
The witness, yeah.
I meant to say...
What's your show theory? Yeah, save it just in case. But yeah, it's the like, because again, one woman she came, she stood in front of me. Witness photo, yeah. Yeah. No,
so when
you
you
met
got
her.
to the bridge, no one had a ride, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
What?
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge, eh?
Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
Memento Mori.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under a base of tree there.
Oh!
It's a special memory for me.
Oh no.
This is what I want to get.
This little bottle on Nicholas is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. Then he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes.
There.
With that much time, Dahlia could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No! Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I still got the chance. Mr. Balls, there's still mistaking it.
Oh.
Wait.
Huh? Mr. Falls?
Uh-oh. Yep.
The bottle.
Yeah.
Enough. Please.
Witness!
I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess.
It's too late
I was
for that.
stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. I'm going to prove your innocence.
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Let me kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armato. Thanks for the coffee.
Oh my god.
Mr. Balls!
Yep.
Well,
Killed himself.
Oh,
Oh, he's dead.
That is...
Yep.
left on the
sad.
floor.
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. And it ended with no winners, only losers.
Damn.
I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Damn.
All right.
Man, do you think of me?
Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando!
You were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself!
Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty.
I knew it! I knew I wasn't cut out for this!
Yeah. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Ouch.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando!
Damn. That is...
No,
Yep.
no matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you follow them away, eventually forget them.
Until something happens and they get dredged back up.
Yep.
Sircon?
Just like in the big
1
one.
year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Nick.
orphan
Yeah.
case.
Did it again.
Yeah, he almost died too from the poison.
Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. And that fucking psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Damn.
To an IV as well.
So,
He is.
you know, so...
Alright, and then it's episode 5, the final one.
Okay.
Which the final one.
So, do you want to, like, start this, like, intro to the case right away?
Why don't we save that for,
Next
week?
The next time. It's already late.
I know the intro
Yeah.
is very long for this case. I do remember that.
Because I don't have to work tomorrow, so yeah, we're good.
It was still a really good case.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Kizo, what about us, indeed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
super
were
did
coming on to my
excellently.
stream.
Oops.
Thanks, Kizu.
Great job on Terry, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a
Alright,
great job, man.
Vas, thanks for the updated Rugal one right there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
Sure.
Can you put that in figure showcase so I can save it?
Oh,
I'll stare at it.
sure thing. I will. Just
Alright.
give me a moment. So,
Look at this photo, Daniel.
Oh no, it looks great. I love it. Yeah, all right. Let me put that in. Okay, got it. I actually love it because you added the long hair. That's appreciate that.
yeah.